Ever since we were kids, we probably remember a show called Teletubbies. Whether if you love it or hate it, you can't deny that it was something that was part of everyone's childhoods. As for me, I was a huge Teletubby kid when I was little, having all the plush toys, all the VHSs and DVDs. Along with Sesame Street, Teletubbies was really one of my childhood favorites, and I was a bit devastated when it stopped airing on PBS Kids around 2008. But I guess not everything lasts forever. Well, unless you're Sesame Street. It wasn't until around that time I discovered a website called YouTube. Of course, I was young at the time, so YouTube was still a place where you can literally post anything. And I mean anything. And on YouTube, I would search up some Teletubby videos. However, one video I saw had an image of a lion on top of the Teletubby hills. It was called The Lion and the Bear. Now, I had never heard about this sketch before. I clicked on it, and while I didn't really think it was that creepy, I thought it was odd. Fairly weird and very odd. Yeah, less creepy, but just more disturbing, if that's even possible. Pretty much, the whole skit was this cardboard cutout of two characters. One's a bear who is hiding from a lion, and the lion trying to find the bear. Apparently, it's supposed to be a hide-and-seek game among friends, but given to the tone of the music and the tone of the characters, it really sounds like the lion is actually trying to eat the bear, even though the bear seems to be taking it as a playful joke. Honestly, to this day, I still can't believe that this was actually part in the original series, because I have never seen it on DVD or VHS. It wasn't until years later when I found out that this episode was actually banned from airing and from releasing on VHS or DVD due to it also scaring some kids. It wouldn't be until 2021 when I was trying to upload some Teletubby artwork that I drew until I got a notification from one of my friends who are also Teletubby fans who told me that they found an edited director's cut of the Lion and the Bear sketch. Honestly, I didn't believe this person at first, but I wrote back saying, well, do you have any evidence? And to my surprise, he did. He sent me a link to the Lion and the Bear director's cut, and I clicked on it. It was probably the dumbest thing I ever done in my life. The video started with the magic windmill spinning, and the Teletubbies gather around to see a magical event. Then, like in the original, an echo voice came out saying, it's the bear, and I'm coming. The Teletubbies then run and took a seat on top of the hills to watch the rest of the event. For the most part, everything seemed to be, well, pretty normal like in the original. The bear was hiding from the lion was looking for the bear. Then towards the end, once the lion actually finds the bear says, catch me! And it goes into this whole chase scene. However, towards the end, something was off. The lion then had angry eyebrows, but still kept his smile. Then, out of nowhere, the lion actually pounced on the bear, which I don't know how he could have done that since he's on wheels and roller skates. The Teletubbies then looked confused and said, ooh, you caught me, said the bear. However, the lion didn't say anything. He kept his angry eyebrows and that weird looking smile. Then all of a sudden, his eyes turned dark red. Yes, I'm not kidding. It turned dark red. And then out of nowhere, he completely grabbed onto the bear's head and tried to yank it out of her body. The bear was screaming in pain, almost like the actress was really in pain and frightened. The other Teletubbies shook in fear to the sight of what was happening. We then see the lion holding the bear's decapitated head as he still gave that sophisticated look with the angry eyebrows and even a few growls here and there. The Teletubbies looked absolutely shocked. Tinky Winky shook a little but didn't move, probably due to him being traumatized. Dipsy turned away and did a sound, pretty much showing that he threw up. Of course not on camera because it's a kids show. Lala covered Poe's eyes so that she wouldn't be traumatized. The lion then started to eat the head of the bear. Of course there was no blood and everything, but still it was pretty disturbing. He then chuckled evilly as he disappeared into the hills, and the event was over. The Teletubbies, still shooken up, looked at each other, and then faded. Of course, it was kind of comedic, but still, you couldn't help but feel bad for them. I mean, they had to be traumatized for life after what they just saw. The sun baby then started to cry, and as it cried, the tears turned to raindrops as it began to rain in Teletubby Land. As it started raining, the voice trumpet came up and said, "Well, that's the wild for you," and then disappeared. The video then ended with that. I was just surprised and shocked about how they even managed to do this. I mean, I know that Teletubbies was a bit weird and can get a bit creepy at times, but they definitely would never go this far. Wow. Just wow. I talked to my friend about this, saying what the heck were they even thinking when they made this? And then he wrote back saying, yeah, here's a bit of an update. That video you just saw wasn't actually made by Ragdoll Productions. I was shocked by this because it looked a bit legit. I said, what? Then who made this? Apparently back in 2001, after the show ended and wrapped up production, all the props, including the lion and the bear cardboards, were stored away. However, it wouldn't be till some people got hold of them and decided to go to where Teletubbies Land was filmed, back before it was flooded, and decided to remake the scene into what we just saw now, which would kind of explain why there was a huge lack of no flowers and the trees looked a bit off and the grass was a bit longer than it usually was, considering that this probably hasn't even been mowed, which I don't know if the grass in the show was actually real and they had to mow it before they filmed, but whatevs. Although I was very relieved that this really wasn't a legit Teletubbies episode and a director's cut, but I was still pretty shocked about what I saw. I mean, those were the same lion and bear cardboard cutouts that were used in the actual show, and someone just came and took them and went to the place where Teletubby Land was filmed and just, well, made it darker. Just wow. Honestly, I honestly have a little bit of respect for these people if they're willing to go this far just to make something that creepy, and honestly try not to get in trouble, which I heard later that they actually did get in trouble and had to pay Ragdoll Production $1 million. But this did teach me an important lesson. When someone say they have a director's cut of something from a kids show, probably don't believe them. After all, the internet isn't always truthful, and I learned that the hard way.